Hello, everyone. Welcome in. We will get started immediately. I'm just also preparing all the chat stuff. Okay, just as a reminder, make sure you're setting your chat settings to all panelists and attendees so that we can all see what we're saying. We can see where we're all coming from as well. So once you've logged in, why don't you go ahead and drop in the chat exactly where you're calling in from, because we want to know, we want to connect with each other. So I'm actually calling in from California, so Southern California here. Hi, Laura from DC, Aiden from Chicago. Oh my gosh, I love it. See, these are the people you guys, everyone should connect with right here. Because when you pursue the music industry and you're pursuing, all your passions, we're the next generation, we're the ones coming up. So everyone here is exactly who you should be connecting with. So it's really exciting. Okay. So now question for you guys. Do you see my little camera box on the screen along with the music industry essentials board? Yes? Okay, so you can see my face. So last time I don't think people could, but all right, cool. All right, so then let's get started. Again, make sure all of your chat settings is all panelists and attendees, and there's also a Q&A box that you guys can put in all your questions and anything you guys have for the program itself. We will wrap up with a Q&A. So at the very end is when we will be, answering all the, the big questions that you guys have. And we have Kristen from Yellowbrick that's also going to be answering any smaller questions in the chat box as well. Like if you have any, just more specific questions or general questions, you can put them in the chat box. And if Kristen can reply to it, she will. All right. So then let's get started, everyone. Thank you so much for coming by. This is the second webinar that I'm hosting, second informational webinar. So a little bit about myself. I am a senior at University of California, Irvine, and I'm studying East Asian cultures with a Korean emphasis. So I'm studying all about Korean culture, and I also got to dabble in other East Asian cultures as well, to learn just all about that. And I'm an aspiring live music and an events professional. So as you see, my major has nothing to do with what I want to do. So that's another reason of why I really like this program, because it really just kind of honed everything in for me. I hope to be a tour manager and just simply create events for the fans. And if there's fans for it, I want to make events for them. So whether it's, music, whether it's conventions, anime, K-pop, anything that has to do with a fan base, I want to be able to create for them. And I'm also currently the founder of a program called 1520 Vision Mentoring. It's a music industry mentorship program targeted for younger students who have little experience in the industry. So as the name suggests, 15 to 20-year-olds, I am targeting them and giving a program to them for them to, just indulge in the music industry and just see, what they want to do. So as you see, I have just a huge passion for others obtaining resources in the music industry. So I'm very happy to be a Music U ambassador because I really do love this program. I wouldn't be here, sharing all this info with you if I didn't believe in the program, if I didn't appreciate what it's done for me so far. So let's start. So what is the Music Industry Essential Program? I'm gonna play the video in the background so you guys can watch that as it goes on. But this is a program and it's 100% online and it's 100% on demand, 100% self-paced, and it gives you everything you need to know about the music industry. It records every aspect of what the music industry entails. And you can go at your own pace. You can go, it's on demand. So at any time during the week, during the months that you have any free time in between, your jobs and school, whatever else you have going on, you can easily log on and just complete a couple of videos here and there, do a little project, and then, focus on your other activities that you have throughout the day. I have 2 jobs, one full-time, one part-time. I'm full-time student. And then I have my program on the side that I run, and I still have time to, log on to the program and just watch a couple of videos here and there and, do whatever I can. You have you basically get 1 year to complete the program. And it's definitely doable. I've had other friends that completed it literally in a month if they had the time. So just completely pace yourself and you'll be fine. And there's nothing else you need for this program other than yourself and your readiness to learn all about the music industry. So there's no other tech, there's no other supplies that you need to buy, just yourself and computer with working internet, basically. Okay, next slide here. Make sure. All right, so who is the music industry essential certificate for? Anybody that's passionate about music. If you're looking to get insight into other areas of the music industry, this is exactly for you. If you want to get more exposure of what the music industry is actually like, and you want to strengthen your resume by adding this NYU Music Industry Essential Certificate sponsored by Billboard, so you got two big names already on your resume that people can look at and be like, oh, wow, tell me more about this. It's anything you want to learn about the music industry in general, they're going to have it. They have little sections of every aspect of the industry. And if you are interested in marketing, if you're interested more on the artist side, if you're interested in the business side, even the touring side, they have little tidbits of every area. So you can kind of indulge and kind of see, okay, I kind of like marketing a little bit more, or I kind of like touring a little bit more. Definitely I signed up because I wanted to be in touring. So when I saw that there's a little touring aspect to it, I was like, oh, let me see what they got. And it was actually pretty legit. I really enjoyed it. You can also see there's a little quote there from one of our students. Said, I got a job at one of the major labels, and then I became a member of the Recording Academy. So I would say this course became a foundation for my career in the music industry. It's definitely a good start, to where you want to go, because you're getting, like I said, you're getting every aspect of the industry right in front of you. And then when you go into like internships or interviews, or just even meeting other industry professionals, be like, hey, I actually have some type of foundation. Like I kind of know what the industry entails. I started my NYU music industry certification. So I kind of have a grasp of what you're going on here. Could you explain more? So it's a really great networking tool as well, added on to, a little resume builder. All right, so these are all the course modules that the Music Industry Essential Certificate covers. There's 6 modules with over 50 on-demand videos. So the first one is History of Recording. So it's like many of today's artists, managers, engineers, and producers rely on this kind of rich history when creating quality sounds and projects. So this module will give you the foundation to do exactly the same as that. The next one is Money Matters. So it's when an artist and a team can earn money in a variety of ways, but to make the most of an opportunity, you have to know the right procedures, the right rules, and the regulations. So this module is giving you kind of a chance to explore all the revenue generating, practices, and focusing on impactful roles when, rolling out an artist as well. 3 was one of my favorites, the creativity and content. So this is learning how to develop your brand, building your audience, and developing a community around you as a performer. Now, some of you are probably like, oh, well, I'm not a performer, I'm not an artist. I'm not either. I'm not an artist or performer, or I'm not pursuing to be an artist by any means, but this really helped me see the other side of it. I'm going to be working with artists soon, hopefully manifesting that. But to be working with these artists, I got to know what's going on in their head. I got to know what they're dealing with, and the closer relationship I can build with these artists, the better our business relationship would be. So creating that, the content, it's like one of the homework assignments was creating like a persona layout, so I totally created a fake persona for myself as if I was an artist. And I was like, oh, this is pretty hard, but, especially if you're going into marketing, you got to understand what your artist persona is. And you got to know how your audiences are going to receive that and stuff. Building image, it kind of goes off of that as well. Exploring the importance of image and personal brand. So you're really understanding how to get your personal brand out there, understand how the audience is going to react to it, understanding, what marketing strategies and rollout opportunities you guys can do. So it's gonna really help for sure. And then number 5, we have producing the record. So that's going to discuss everything that contributes to the final product, you know, from songwriting and studio production to the marketing and the songs, but like all of that stuff that I just mentioned, it's going to actually divvy it up, you know, specifically and see how you guys can do that. And number 6, marketing music in the new economy. So learning how to leverage social media and content marketing channels and how to tell authentic stories that will get shared in this, you know, new economy that we're in now. So that's one of the modules that a lot of people, they said they struggled with because they didn't understand how marketing work. So it's actually really fun to see, you know, what people are more used to, what people are not used to. And it's, like I said, because of the exploring every aspect of the industry. So you're kind of like seeing like, wow, this is actually, I'm more comfortable doing this, or I actually don't want to do that, you know? So that's fun. So to wrap up that as well, they all have short video lessons. So for me, I'm not good with long lectures. I'm really not. So the fact that these are short videos, it really helps to grasp your attention really quick, and it helps keep you engaged. So it all depends on your schedule on how you want to divvy it up. Like, so when you log on to the program, you'll see the layout, and there's like there's like the course modules and different topics, and there's going to be like 5 videos each topic or whatever. You can be like, oh, I can do 5 videos today, and then I can do 2 videos tomorrow. It's really easy to do. That's what I really appreciated about too. All right. So who am I learning from? These are 4 of the awesome professionals that you'll see throughout the program. This is taught by NYU Clive Davis of Institute of Recorded Music faculty and Billboard staff and experts. So you're getting taught by like amazing professionals that have taken the time to record these videos for you and let you know exactly, you know, what goes on in their minds, what goes on within the industry. And like, you know, you're getting the best of the best when it comes to that. They are featured in videos covering the curriculum, industry terms, lessons, advice, and just real work stories as well. One of my favorites, they're not mentioned here, but their name is JD Sampson. They are an assistant arts professor at Clive Davis. One of my favorite lessons were the ones they taught because I just felt the genuineness behind every video, and just their ability to teach one-on-one, even if it's not like personally one-on-one. They were just very calming, and they broke it down step by step so you could fully grasp the concept about your persona. That was the one I talked about earlier, and who you are as an artist. So it was really, really good. And like I mentioned earlier, like for the business side, it helps with understanding who your artist can become. And if you're trying to be an artist, like I see Alicia, I think she wants to be an independent artist. They're going to be one of your favorite professors for sure, or like one of the favorite instructors during the program. Because wow, it's really interesting how they have you, oh my goodness, sorry, how they have you break it down. So it's really good. All right, so the next one. So what will you be learning and doing? So there's going to be 360 tours of the studios like the Beastie Boys and Russell Street. And there's going to be lots of glossary of music industry terms, interactive media timelines. I posted some of my assignments actually on my TikTok. So if you go to @StacyOnTour, if you want a better look at it and you scroll down, you'll see like me working at my computer. I never leave my desk. So I'm always working on something, and I recorded some of my experience of doing some of the assignments here. So if you want to go check that out, go on TikTok, StacyOnTour. And I also recently did an Ask Me Anything webinar with an old high school friend who is also taking the course. And he talked about the songwriting assignment. The Ask Me Anything webinar is on the Yellowbrick YouTube, so you want to check that out as well. He talked about the songwriting assignment because he thought it was an intriguing one to do since he's more on the business side of it. So he was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to write a song. So it was really interesting to see, you know, both sides of the industry. And if you're an artist, you're also going to have get a little bit get your feet wet in the business side as well, putting together a marketing strategy. You know, so most artists have managers that put that together, but if you know how to do it, you'll better execute yourself as an artist in the future as well. And Yellowbrick, which is the people that power the program, you know, they love to share the students' assignments on social media. So you can view @Yellowbrick.Music Instagram. You can see their student highlight to see some of the examples that we talked about today. And we also when you are in the program and you're fully enrolled and stuff, we have a Facebook group. It's a private Facebook group for only students that are in the program. And there's like brand new students, like full like students in the music industry, and then like professionals. Like when I logged into into the Facebook group, I was like, oh my gosh, like there's so many people in here that I could connect with, and they're so nice to each other. They're super helpful. So if you ever have any problems with a homework assignment, you can just ask somebody and be like, hey, what did you guys do for this? And you're always going to get an answer from somebody. So it's very helpful. It's a very close-knit community. And that's the first music industry community that I ever joined as a student. It was this program. So I was able to already get like a nice network going into music industry. And it's helped me produce all the network and all the other programs that I'm part of today because I started here. Okay. All right. So why should you take it? You're learning straight from people in the music industry. And NYU Clive Davis faculty who curated their content to this program so you can just easily take in all the information. The projects that are featured in this program can literally be used for a portfolio for you to take into the real world. Like, I think that's what a lot of students don't realize is that when they're doing these assignments that are attached to each program or each module, they're just kind of doing it to do it, you know? And I tell them like, no, you need to actually curate this as a product of your own for you to present to other people. You know, so when you're doing, one of the assignments is to create a tour set list and kind of look at like the venue tech specs and all that. I can tell people like, oh, I've done that for a band, or I did it as an assignment. I kind of know how to do this. Another assignment is to build an actual stage setup. You know, so if you're going to go on the more production side, you can tell them, oh, look at my portfolio. I did this from the NYU certification. I built a stage, so take a look at it. So they know that you've actually kind of thought about it. You're serious about it. So take the assignment seriously, actually make them on your own, and you can receive feedback from everybody else as well. The course is $999, but there are payment plans to fit your budget. So you can use the email on the PowerPoint, music@nyu.yellowbrick.co for any more questions regarding the pricing and stuff. And here are some of the assignments as well. There's the marketing an event, creating music media, building your ideal studio, sketching your dream performance. That's the one I just mentioned that you can show to other people if you're pursuing that. What's your persona? I mentioned that earlier. And writing a song that my friend Carlos did. And he was like, oh my gosh, it's a lot. You don't want to know about my song. I will not show the song that I wrote because it's bad. But you know, I finally understood the artist side of it. And here are some of the student assignments. Here is a song. Here's music media. Hollywood. This is a recent one that somebody just submitted about K-pop. I loved it. Marvin Gaye. This is a studio layout, and music media again. So you can make it as personal and as much as you want it to be. You can have it relate to what you want to pursue. Like the person that did Hollywood, they want to pursue K-pop. So they obviously made their media about K-pop. I did mine on glam Japanese rock. So I mean, I'm studying East Asian culture. So I was like, I might as well indulge in something else, you know? So yeah, it's super, super fun. Okay, so what will you get from taking the Music Industry Essentials certificate? You get a certification of completion. It's a non-credit from NYU. You're learning, again, directly from academic and industry experts. You're completing real industry scenario assignments that can be used in interviews, portfolios, or building your dreams, just like I mentioned, and a great network via the Music U Facebook group. So everything that I mentioned previously, this is truly a great place to start and a great place to build your network to improve yourself in the music industry later. Here is another quote from a Music U grad. So I don't feel as though I'm walking into this blind anymore. I feel as though I've been giving a really great advice, and that has given me a clear path on how the industry runs and how I can fit myself into the market. So again, just a great foundation for you guys to start on. You know, a lot of people, like, I'll be real, a lot of people are like, are you sure this is right for me? Like, I don't have the money. I don't want to do this. that's fine. You know, this is just an option, you know, and this is an option that I took and I took a chance on, and it's been working great for me. You know, so if you know you have the financial means to partake in it, and you know you have the time to partake in it, and you're going to give, you know, what you can into it, it's going to be great. You can give your time and efforts into any other thing, but if you make it work for you, you know, it's going to happen for you. And I made this program work for me. You know, I saw that I could, you know, afford it with the monthly payments, and I was like, I want to do something that can help me, you know, whatever I can, I'll do whatever I get. And I've had industry experience before then too. Like I volunteered at a couple of concerts before, but I didn't understand how the music industry worked. And I saw this program and I was like, yeah, I'll use it. I'll take advantage of it. So it's really up to you how, you know, how you perceive this whole program and how you use it to your advantage, you know? All right, what are the next steps? So the application is really quick, really easy. You just fill it out. This is a non-credit course that was designed to increase access to the music industry, so it doesn't have any like prerequisites or anything. Again, this course can be taken while in school, while working a full-time job. It's all on demand and self-paced. So you'll hear, once you sign up, you'll get an email upon after you apply, and then upon acceptance, you can enroll straight in the program and get yourself situated with the financial plans if you need it. Okay, so what have people who have taken this program have said? So if you look in the little graphic on the side, you'll see where the grads work. We have Billboard, Amazon, iHeartMedia, Live Nation. That's where I want to work. I'm trying to go straight to Live Nation when I graduate. Dev Jam Recordings, like so many big names, you know. So there's other quotes right here saying, you know, what other grads have experienced. I really like this one. I was not aware about a lot of the business strategies. So that will help me make sure that I am working with the right people and I am in charge of my career and successes. The experience that these industry professionals and the faculty give you is straight from what they've been through. You know, so they're telling you like, hey, don't get gypped here. Like, don't get, you know, like, make sure you know exactly how you're going to approach this. It's like just real connections that they're trying to make with you and understand how the music industry works and stuff. And the last one too, the course enlightened me on various concepts with the real world examples that have helped me to see opportunities and potential roles more clearly as they apply to current times. So again, you take this as how you want to do it. If you're just going to watch the videos and, you know, not care about the assignments, it's not going to benefit you. But if you take the time to watch every single thing, understand why they're saying these things, using the assignments to your own benefit, to what you're trying to pursue and what, you know, how you're going to make it into music industry, it's going to benefit you a lot. If you use all the resources and everything that this program offers you, again, to your advantage. Like, that's why I'm so proud to be like an ambassador for this, because it's helped me. It truly has. Like I saw all the resources that people were sharing within the Facebook group and I was like, oh, I got to get on that, you know, and it's only because I saw what other people were doing and I took advantage of, you know, the assignments that I had. And I was like showing people like, oh, look at the persona I made, look at the song that I'm not a songwriter, but look what I did. You know, it's really fun. It's a really rewarding program as well. And I kind of mentioned it a little briefly before, but Yellowbrick is in partnership with like top universities and brand partners. They create experiences that tap into the passion points to spark success and fuel personal advancement and unlock doors to fulfill paths for the students. Yellowbrick also has other course offerings. So it's not just music. They have fashion, esports, film industry, performing arts, like so many other programs. So if you visit Yellowbrick.co, you can see all the things that they have. I'm also currently enrolled in the film industry one as well. So I'm going to get started on that. I'm going to share with that on my TikTok too, on what that's going to happen. Okay, so that is pretty much it with that. I'm going to stop sharing and we can get to the Q&A.
Awesome. Hi guys. Thank you, Stacy, for walking everyone through what the course is like. And a bunch of you already started asking questions using the Q&A tool. So definitely, for any of you guys have any more questions, feel free to use the Q&A tool on the bottom. to submit them, and we'll go through them. My name is Kristen, and I work for Yellowbrick, so I'll just be helping direct the questions and make sure you guys get the answers you need. So the first one, Christian asked, about how many hours on average would you say it takes to complete? So there are 6 modules, and each one takes about 3 to 5 hours. So it's about 20 hours to complete it. Some students have said that they end up spending more time on the assignment, so it takes them a bit longer. But like Stacy said, there's students who have completed the course within 3 weeks, and there's others that have taken the full year. So it also depends on your schedule, if you're working full time or going to school full time or both, like Stacy. So I hope that answers your question. Annalise asked, do you know of any in-person programs or mentorships that can give us that real hands-on experience?
Right now, all the mentorship programs that I know of are online, but I just, let me type it in the chat here. This is a mentorship program that I'm a part of right now. And I just got accepted literally today. So it was actually, this is good, been brought up. But I think they do their best to try to pair you up with someone near you, because my mentor is actually based in California, and she said that she would love to meet up with me to like try to help me and stuff. So that's the only one I can think of right now. There's also a Live Nation one that they just released, next Fem Gen, I think. So if you just follow all these big industry names, like you'll find stuff. That's literally how I do. I just follow Billboard, Live Nation, AEG, and like all these things will start popping up. But yeah, Well Done Org is definitely one of them that I recommend.
Yeah, and throughout the course, the experts and faculty kind of give some pointers about, how to approach certain things, and trying to find mentors, because it is, it does help you in your career. So learning from people who have already done it and who are mentors and have been mentored, really helps you focus on that niche area of the music industry, and potentially even more niche if you're looking at it as an artist or in marketing or whatever it may be. And as Stacy mentioned, like the Facebook group, there's a lot of really great networking in there, and people
Yes.
have offline and decided to meet live in person. And one of the students also kind of considers himself a mentor. So there's definitely a lot of resources within the Facebook group as well, just, with the students.
Mhm. I haven't found out about any opportunities like I mentioned in the a little earlier ago. All the opportunities I found were because I joined that Facebook group. Like this is like, that's where it started. And that's what I use that to my advantage to like look out for anything else that I saw. So that's why I'm like, yeah, the Facebook group is a really great place to start.
Yeah, because some of those people work at those companies. So they're like, hey, my company's looking to do this or that. So definitely. Someone asked, is feedback given on the assignments? No, there's no feedback given on the assignments from the instructors. A lot of students do share their assignments within the Facebook group and ask for peer evaluation. And when we share it on social, there's people show their love for it. But really, it's just make sure everything is completed to get the certificate. Someone asked, Raina asked, hey, I'm interested in helping create visual edits like concert videos or promotional videos. I'm also interested in audio engineering for films and concert photography. Would it be beneficial to take this course or the film course? That's a great question. So if you're looking to build those technical skills of like getting into, Premiere and all the other kind of video editing tools, these courses won't give you that like, hey, you have to press this button to edit here. But if you're looking to figure out like, oh, how do concerts work? Like, why would they want to film it from this area? Why is it set up this way? For a promotional video, why would the artist, want to be portrayed in this way? That's where these courses are going to help you build that whole picture of why your work is going to matter and in what arena you should really be focusing on it. The film course might make more sense for you in this case, just because it does kind of cover more the video aspect of what you're talking about. So that is just yellowbrick.co/film. Just throw that in the chat really quickly. And the final project for that is to create a short film or a music video. So that might be something that's more up your alley. Ryan asked, is there a possibility where we connect with other students in the program? Yep, through the Facebook group. There's also a gallery within the course of where you can see other people's work. So if you're not sure how it should look or you need some inspiration, it's also right there. And we do have students who've traditionally not had their own Facebook account, but then they create one just to access the group.
And also putting it on your LinkedIn. I've had lots of people connect with me just because they saw that I was in the program as well. So if so a lot of people put like NYU music industry essential student or like in the program or something like that. And a lot of people connect with me and they're like, oh, I saw you did it too. Like, let's connect. So it's just putting it everywhere on your social media. People will reach out and be like, oh, I'm doing it too. How far are you in? So it's really fun that way too.
Awesome. Yeah. Laura asked if we have questions on assignments or in general when enrolled, who would we contact? So, first thing is you can always, email our team music@nyu.yellowbrick.co. If you want to, you can also search the Facebook group. If you have a question, it's possible that someone else had a question at some point and it's been answered in great detail. So I always use, again, the Facebook group as a good resource. And if you don't find your question in there, then you can ask it as well. It's definitely a great resource. Alicia asked, as an independent artist, I know it's important to know the business part, but I want to be in a program that's going to help me get in the door, get exposed more. I want to know, will this program help me reach that step as an artist? Stacey, did you have something you wanted to?
Like I was saying, when I was describing like the creativity part and like your persona, this is going to help you establish yourself as an artist and understand you as an artist more, so that when you come in contact with these industry professionals, you'll know how to present yourself and market yourself for them to be interested in you. That's how I took it. Especially because I know I'm not an artist, but understanding how the artist process works through this program, I was like, wow, this is a lot, and having, if you've never done anything like that, and you've never presented yourself in front of someone like that, like a professional that can take you in, this is going to help you see it from their side and, the artist side. Because there are artist managers or people that have been in that space help teach this course. So they're going to tell you exactly how to present yourself and, what not to do, what to expect, kind of that thing. And as well, when you are connected with the other people that are taking part in this program, they're also going to tell you like some steps and some advice that you can take as well. Like I think what I'm advocating for in this program is a network that you are going to create after you join, because now you have access to all these people who have accomplished this program or who have who've done this program. You're going to have access to them, easy access, because you're both participating in the program, the same program. So you're going to have so much colleagues that you can look up to that can help you pursue what you need to do. So yes, in short, yes, it's going to help you reach that step as an artist when you join the program.
Definitely. And there's, a whole module on marketing. So knowing how to angle yourself in the best light, especially with social media, and understanding how labels and other, professionals in the music industry are looking at those to find the next big artist is going to help you, get that exposure and understand this is what they're looking for. And when you have those conversations, then to say, this is what they're going to ask me. This is what's important to them. And this is how I'm going to show them, that I can deliver. So definitely just being well-rounded in the industry and understanding all the components will give you a leg up. And someone kind of piggybacked off of that. Do you think this course really helps artists understand how to approach the industry, or is it more supporting roles in the industry? Again, kind of just quickly will summarize again that it's for everyone in the industry, artists and we have tons of lawyers taking the course, artist managers, A&R executives, really all sides of the industry. The first module starts off saying that the music industry all revolves around a song. So it really helps you figure out if the music industry revolves around artists, then you need to understand the artist perspective. And if you're an artist, you need to understand the business perspective, because a song, unfortunately, doesn't just get to go to platinum because it's a great song. There's a lot of components that go behind it.
Mhm.
Lots of good questions here. Rachel, yes, I can put the email in the chat. Gail asked, is there any contact in this program that I can turn to if I need to ask or help with something, or just go to the Facebook group? Yes, I will drop that email in here for you guys. Let's see what other questions we have. Do you think this would be ideal for an aspiring entertainment lawyer? We do have entertainment lawyers in the course. So, speaking on behalf of them, I mean, they've obviously seen the value there. There is a module about money matters and, licensing, copyright. Doesn't get so deep into the law, but you can understand what people might be going to you for as an entertainment lawyer. And again, really great networking because there's a lot of artists that are taking the course. Let's see. Someone asked, how can you build a label from the ground up? It's a great question. That's, probably more for when you're actually enrolled in the course to go through than us answering it here. We'll leave it to the NYU faculty and the experts to talk about how to build a label from the ground up. Someone asked, do internships in the music industry expect a lot of experience? Stacy, is probably more a question for you.
Yes and no. I know that's not an answer you want to hear, but it really depends on the internship you're seeking. I've never had a big name internship. So like I've never had an internship with like Sony or Billboard or Warner. Like I've never had that, but I've had internships with smaller labels or like smaller music programs, so it's all about where you look. As someone, if you have no experience, I highly recommend looking for these smaller music groups, so you can have a better chance of putting your foot in the door. And you're probably going to ask, well, how do you find them? And I'm going to literally say it's because of the Facebook group that I was able to find all these things. Like, I'm not capping you guys. Like everyone there is so willing to help each other out. And they always post like, oh, hey, this company is holding a webinar here. You guys should check it out. And it's because I follow what everyone is saying in the Facebook group. And I'm like, oh, I should follow these companies. And I keep in touch, or I keep up with these companies that these people have said. Same thing with when I connect with people on LinkedIn that have done the program. Like, they're always liking stuff and they're always in tune with whatever's happening. And I always follow that. And I think the first music industry internship I got was because somebody posted the opportunity in that Facebook group. And it's with I'm serious. It's with Culture Fusion Agency. They're a small music agency, and someone was like, "Oh, hey, they're check out this group here." And I was like, "Okay, I'll check it out." And then I was like, "Yeah, I'll apply." so yeah, that's it's a big yes and no. And a lot of the music industry is networking and having opportunities presented to you. So the more you build yourself as who you want to present yourself as, and the more networking you have, the more opportunities will come across your way.
Listen to Stacy, because she's doing it all.
Yeah.
A couple of questions. I'll try to just put them together. Someone asked about kind of how the course is set up and how it works. So someone asked in regards, like, is it mostly videos? Is there reading? So it's mostly videos. We want you guys to have that kind of, it feels like a personal experience, where you're hearing from someone who's in the industry, telling you their one-on-one, what their experience has been, what their advice is. There are some readings that, where you can, maybe get a little bit more into like a particular subject. And the assignments are kind of scattered throughout the course. So some students, take course at a time, and they, do the project when it comes up. Others, like, I just want to get through all of the material, watch all the videos first, and do the assignments after, go back. So you can really jump around. It's all on demand. So it's really whatever works best for you. We've definitely seen students do it every way. And someone asked, will you be able to access, once you've completed the course and a year has passed since you've enrolled, will you be able to access all your completed assignments and course materials afterwards? So your assignments are yours. You can store them wherever. I think Stacy, like she said, mentioned it's on her TikTok, and I think you even built out a website, didn't
I
you?
did. Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people do that. They create, a blog or a website, and they have everything live there. And it's a really great resource for employers to visit and say, oh, wow, you've built a stage. Like, oh, you've built a whole marketing activation plan using social media. Like, this is exactly what the job is asking you to do. Because a lot of jobs, before they hire, they want you to do a project anyway. So if you can kind of show them, hey, this is an unrelated task that I can make more custom for you, that'll definitely be a positive thing. But you have unlimited access for 1 full year. After that, you will not have access to the course. We do have an extension plan that goes month to month for a low rate, if you did want to get back into there. Someone asked, does this touch on music supervision? Can you elaborate on that? I'm thinking you mean management. If so, then yes. The course does outline a bunch of different careers and how they interact with each other. Like DJ Clark Kent, like, rattles off, like, this is what an A&R producer does, and or executive, and the producer does these things. So definitely, if you're looking to figure out what careers there are and like what do they do, this is a good course that'll spell that out for you. Mijan asked, does anyone check our assignments, and if so, who? At the end, our team makes sure that all the videos were watched 100%, all the quizzes were answered. You can always go back and retake them, and that all the assignments were completed. If any of the assignments were completed incorrectly or need some additional work, our team will just email you to have those updated. We want everyone to finish. We want everyone to graduate the Music Industry Essentials course. So we don't want you to sweat, completing the assignments. But we also, it's not the main focus. We're not going to be giving you extensive feedback or feedback on the assignments. It's really for your own benefit of, like, if you want to use it in your portfolio, how much you want to put into it. Let's see. Any other questions? I think we're about wrapped up. Just going to type a couple here. Someone asked how the scholarships worked. I've applied several times. I'm not sure how it works. If you've applied and you haven't heard from us, then please, email. I'll type the email again in here, so that, our team can figure out what issue you might be having. But again, thank you everyone for joining. If you have any lingering questions afterwards, there's the email. Definitely reach out to us. Thank you so much, Stacy, for your insight and your time. Really great job.
Yay.
So we hope you guys, join Music Industry Essentials, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.